Hello, people. It's your boy Ambassador again doing this thing as usual. I just come with these various topics here, share videos, react to it, give my opinion. Hopefully, you give your opinion to in the comment section. As usual, what I'm talking about today is something which is close to my heart, but I just try to be objective about these things. It's happening like right now. The Kenyan youths have started an unknown revolution.
Hii ni noma. Hii ni noma. Hii ni noma hii. Hii ni noma hii. We are peaceful.
Choice of words unknown is intentional. So we have seen a couple of these strikes around Africa. Kenya started, Nigeria's taking over. I might talk about the Nigerian case in detail. But I just feel like we are just leaving the consequences. We're not addressing the causes. Let me dive into it. One, it's an unknown revolution because with technology, it cannot really be controlled and we don't know how far this will go. It cannot be controlled because through social media, people are sharing things. This one has been shot here. There is how do they even call it? Information is being used the wrong way, and then it keeps blowing up and it's getting out of hand, and you don't know how far it's going, but it might get worse. The next thing is the risk that is present in other African countries. It's Kenya, then Nigeria. South Africa was on a very shaky ground recently after the election. I think the election went on smoothly, but I'm not sure they're really completely out of the tunnel. And imagine what's he telling us. If Nigeria is down, Kenya is down, South Africa is down, Africa is down. It's clear. So I begin to wonder if the intention of this strike or whoever is engineering these things, or if at all it's not maybe it's just a coincidence. But if it's hitting the best African countries, is that really a coincidence? I don't know. Now, the next thing I want to say is after blaming those fueling it and then going with it, on the other hand, they cannot be blamed because if our leaders and our system did not give reason for such a possibility as to have disenfranchised youth or disgruntled youths who can be manipulated easily to turn against their own country, then we'll not have this situation. So we think as Africans that any of us as businessmen can go into Europe and then tell European youths to start striking against their government. First, they don't think highly of us Africans. So where will an African come out from? Or where will an African think and place himself to come and tell a European youth that go and destroy a country? Or what's happening in your country is wrong, fight. They will not, no way. But it's easy for that to happen in Africa because first we have alienated the youth. The youth don't feel like they're part of that country and the system. So whoever comes to talk to them is like a better option and they're willing to fight against the country, destroying their own future. So African leaders have to understand that the youth in Africa, and it's only going to get worse. I've been talking about this for a while. They're either going to be a strength or a weakness, but the choice is ours to make. If we keep them unemployed, hungry, and disgruntled with the system, they are going to be a weakness. Anybody who wants to attack the African system will pass through its youth to destroy the African system. But they can be a strength. When you see like most of those revolutions in China and the rest, where they first start with compulsory military service, all the youths believe in their country. And when you leave the military service, you have a good job. That's motivation to want keep you to want to serve the country. When you're in a country where it's almost like I'm working for other people to enjoy, some people will be fighting and they are dying, and some people are there signing deals for billions, and their children are living in luxurious hotels in Europe and going to the best schools in the world. How does that add up? And when the youth feel like either I'm dying, so I can as well just die fighting and trying to destroy, change this country. So we are just creating a weakness in the system where anybody can take advantage of it and destroy it. Also, our leaders have to understand that technology has made it very difficult to hide facts. So the youth are very exposed to what's happening in the rest of the world. So they know that they deserve better and they can have better. They also feel like you cannot shut down our voices because we can speak using technology and the world will hear us and everybody will hear us. So you cannot just cage us and then treat us how you want to, when you want to. So technology has made it very difficult to contain a population. So either, given that they cannot do anything about technology and the way it's moving, either the leaders are going to do what's right by the people or give way for the right leadership. But either way, they cannot stop technology. Okay. I also said that with these two factors, the strength of the youth and technology, it there are two possibilities. It can either be good or bad. We can either empower our youth to use technology to build Africa and then take ownership of what's happening in Africa, or we can alienate the youth and then they will still use technology to create revolutions that will spread and then first destroy the leadership and destroy the country, then hopefully later on it's going to be rebuilt. But in the meantime, we should be aware that some of these things, even you, the youth who is starting it, you don't know how far it's going to go. I don't know how long it's going to take. But if you think that and that's the best thing you should do, who am I to tell you not to? But just think about the consequences end to end before engaging in this direction. As usual, it's your boy Ambassador.
Just my opinion.